Hello, my name is Visor. Welcome to episode 23 of Let's Play The Witcher 2, Iorveth side. Last episode, Stennis was accused of poisoning Saskia, and we got a lot of evidence, though none of it really proved that he was directly involved. However, we did find motive and circumstantial evidence, so it's hard to say. As for the peasants that accused him, they're a bunch of dumbasses, so you can't really trust them either. In the end, I asked you guys to vote for what you wanted, and it was pretty much a tie for most of the voting. Until the very end when Poyle changed his vote to not lynching. That's what we're going to do. Today we're not going to lynch Stennis.
The prince has a right to a fair trial, no matter if he's guilty or not. We can't deny him that. What will the peasants do if we hand them the prince? Will they hear him out? No. They'll hang him from the nearest tree or tear him limb from limb. What will happen if we allow a lynching? What if people see that might makes right? Who'll guarantee they won't desire to avenge their wrongs, real and imagined? Who'll protect people whose only fault is noble birth from the exasperated mob? And where will it lead?
Again, I'm not really sure why Geralt got to make that decision, but whatever. I guess he's just very convincing.
The peasants are furious.
They didn't dare mount a frontal attack.
But they haven't forgotten about Stennis, and won't. It'll be that way until Saskia regains consciousness.
She won't keep order by strength alone.
Unless it's a great strength.
We need an authority figure, and royal blood.
5 courts go to waste in the Dwarven dungeon at the moment.
There's also Henselt.
Going into that haunted mist is madness. Stealing Stennis away would be easier.
No. Anything involving Stennis will cause a riot.
I've had enough of the peasants and nobles barking. Saskia's the best leader I know, but she can't hope to defeat Henselt's army with this rabble, which is why I'm going to get reinforcements.
Where?
4 Scoia'tael units await in hiding to the east. Time to summon them.
You'll make it in time?
I must.
Okay, so Iorveth's going to be off doing his thing, and it looks like Stennis is going to stay alive. But unfortunately, we don't have access to his blood anymore, so we're going to have to find an alternative. Anyway though, through these last few missions, I've actually leveled up a bunch of times. I just didn't want to actually do the thing because I figured it would ruin the flow of the investigation. Anyway, so we have 6 points. I have to put a point into Harvester because to get down the tree I need to do it. Catalyst is pretty cool, but it isn't necessary to get down the tree, so I might put points into it later on. Specialization oils is okay, but it's not that interesting. I put 2 points into impregnation to make my mutagens extra effective. Also put a point into taster just to get down the map. I think it's more interesting than transmutation. I mean, transmutation is not bad, but I don't really use oils. Then finally, I'll put a point into metathesis. Increases damage when you're poisoned. I'll explain the whole poison mechanics later on when we actually play around with it, but for now, let's just sort of put that to the side. Additionally though, I think I'll use a few mutagens. Only in one of the trees though. I'll use 3 critical effects mutagens just because, as we saw, it's actually pretty hard to get the greater critical effect mutagens, so might as well just put points into it now. Holding on to them really isn't that beneficial. So at this point we'll have plus 15 critical effects, which overall isn't bad. I think the greater critical effects mutagen only does 6% anyway, so it's really only 1% more. Sure, that does stack up if you have a bunch of them, but might as well get something right now. Anyway though, now we need to find Triss as well as find a new source of blood. If we want blood, we'll have to get to Henselt, which means we have to cross the mist. So, let's see what we can do.
I tried locating Triss, but the mist disrupts the megascope. There's a weak signal nearby, probably on the other side.
In the Kaedweni camp?
You'll have to pass through the mist.
So, no smartass response for what we just saw? At all? I mean, she's whipping her leash sorceress. That's got to be worth at least one joke, right? No?
There's no time to lose.
I'm continuously scanning the battlefield. I'll show you the way through. I'll find you when you enter the mist.
Farewell, then.
We still need royal blood.
I know. Henselt.
We need his blood, not his death.
How many times do I have to tell you I'm not a Kingslayer?
Okay, so we're gonna go into the mist. However, before we go, now remember the whole trial with Stennis? Well, it wasn't really a trial, more like drunk and yelling. But Silgrad was there. Selkirk's younger brother, the one that Cecil said was a bit of an idiot and said he owned Selkirk's gauntlet or whatever. He's looking for his honor and is really pompous. Yeah, we're gonna go deal with him and we'll get a chance to beat his ass, so that should be fun. Now remember, every single town has their fight club sort of thing, and we've actually seen the Vergen one a bunch of times. It's at the end, with the guys fighting each other. I guess it's fairly obvious, but we never really got a chance to do it. But we might as well do it before Chapter 2 ends.
Since when do noblemen fight peasants?
Sign of the times. Saskia treats the peasantry as our equals. And once you let a dog inside, it'll never sleep in the doghouse again. But that's not for me to judge. The point is, you can make good coin on fistfights. Care to give it a go?
Any rules to this?
Each contender puts down his stake, which rises the more fights he wins. If you want to fight, put down some coin. Up for the next fight, or are you just going to stand there and draw?
All right, let's fight.
A worthy contender, please.
For starters, you'll fight a novice. Stand and fight, but first, show me your coin.
No problem.
In that case, betting is now open.
I don't know why, but these fights seem to go pretty quickly, so I don't think I need to actually do a cut here.
Bite his balls!
I don't know why that one guy wants me to bite them in the balls, though. That's not a strategy that makes any goddamn sense.
For sore eyes. Beautiful fight. Congratulations on your win. You're moving up the ranks, sir, just like your winnings. Ready for another fight?
Yup.
A worthy contender, please.
The better the opponent, the better the fight. The better the fight, the higher the stakes. The higher the stakes, the bigger the winnings.
Yeah, that's all very dramatic, but whatever.
In that case, betting is now open. Slug it between the eyes.
I like the name on this guy. You can see it on the mission part. It says, beat stealth placeholder in. I don't think they did the name properly. Anyway, one more hit should do.
Bite his balls.
Like I said, these fights go really quickly.
Finally, an end to the flailing and someone with a touch of finesse. The pool is yours. You're moving up the ranks, sir, just like your winnings. Ready for another fight?
A worthy contender, please.
Excellent. This is the strongest lad I know. He's knackered many a plough horse. The fortune he's made in his fist-fighting career makes many a nobleman green with envy. Place your bets. Hurry, before it's too late.
I don't really get the whole knackered a plow horse. Is he punching horses?
In that case, betting is now open.
Or is he doing other stuff to horses? I don't really know. Anyway, I think the reason these fights are so easy is because they're based on the actual combat system. My Kaedwen trophy actually allows me to do damage even without a sword. Pretty good hand-to-hand combat right now. So I think that stuff is really helping out.
That was a sight for sore eyes. Beautiful fight. Congratulations on your win. A wonderful show of strength, precision, and agility. Seems there's no one left to challenge the new champion.
You couldn't be more wrong.
Sir Silgrad?
It is I.
Funny seeing you here. You've always claimed such fights were a primitive diversion for commoners.
A true knight duels another in the exquisite company of ladies and real gentlemen.
Oh, I'll never forget the great achievements of Selkirk in the tourneys.
On many occasions did my brother prove his greatness. Alas, the world's going to the dogs. Today a knight must challenge commoners to prove his bravery. But there's a witcher among you. And though his blood is no match for mine, his warring mastery is satisfactory. Perhaps when he drops to the ground at my feet, you'll realize I'm not merely Selkirk's brother. I'll be known as Silgrad, every witcher's worst nightmare, I challenge you, Witcher. The wager is 2 sacks of gold. Believe me, Silgrat doesn't challenge any old serf.
You want to prove you're your brother's equal? Show me what you're made of.
Stand and fight.
Slug him between the eyes!
Yeah, he's not any harder. He's just sort of dressed funny, really. Oh, I messed up.
Bite his ball!
Well, I guess I didn't screw that up too badly.
You won. Finish me off.
I'm no murderer. Besides, it was only a fist fight.
I'd rather have died at your hands.
It was an honest fight, just like you wanted.
You fail to understand. My reputation is ruined, my honor gone.
I thrashed you and won a pile of coin. Not sure I care about your reputation.
We'll meet again. Silgrat forgets no insult.
Congratulations to the victors, and thanks to the vanquished. You proved your mastery, Witcher. Fighting you is an honor. Let's tend to the pool! Slug him between the eyes!
Yep, there we go. Got a lot of gold, though I really wanted that gauntlet. But according to Cecil, he probably doesn't have it and is just a liar anyway. Either way, though, let's head into the mist. Alright, here I am right before the mist. But before I go in, I forgot to mention something. Philip actually gave us 2 items for this quest. Well, one is for finishing a previous quest. These elven gauntlets, which are definitely better than our previous gloves. The previous gloves were gloves we got at the beginning of the game. They were actually from a DLC pack, but they got patched into the normal game. All they do is increase oil duration, which again I don't use, and increase the number of alchemy ingredients you gather, which I have Harvester, so I don't really need it anymore. The other item is this medallion, which we need to use to call her when we enter the mist. So let's do that when we enter the mist. Sort of. Alright, so we're following the owl again, just like the beginning of Chapter 2. And actually, just like the beginning of Chapter 2, during this sequence, she'll get caught twice. Again, by the Wraith Shamans, or whatever they are, as well as the Draugr. Just like at the beginning of the game, though, you don't actually have to fight the Draugr. You can just kill the Wraith Shamans. And at this point, you're strong enough to one-shot them, so we'll do that. You can fight the Draugr, and you'll get a pretty good piece of loot if you're in dark mode and you're trying to make a special piece of armor. I am not. I don't really care. Strangely enough, even though you technically are in combat when the Shaman Wraiths are around, they don't actually attack you. So they don't count as in combat. So you can actually kill 2 of them, kill the Draugr, and wait for a bit and actually loot the Draugr's remains. Actually, I guess you don't really need to kill the Shaman Wraiths at all if you just want to loot. Either way, though, we just need to keep on going. Eventually, we're going to run into that pack one more time. I think around here-ish? Maybe? I don't know. This whole place looks about the same to me. Oh, someone also did point out, when you leave the circle, not only does the screen get dark, you also start losing health. I guess I didn't really notice that the first time I played. And I normally don't go out of the circle because there's no reason to. I just wanted to show it off and just didn't know. Anyway, though, same deal here. Just kill the Wraiths. There we go. Oh, he teleported. I didn't actually kill him one shot that time. There we go. Alright, as you can see, there's the edge of the mist. In fact, we can just run straight out of there if we want to. It'll take a little damage, but it's alright.
I can go no further. If Deathmold senses my presence,
How will I get back to Vergen?
I'll wait nearby. Hurry.
Okay, so we're finally on the Kaedweni side of things. Let's check out this dead soldier real quick. It's not really required, but I think it's interesting. Basically, he has an order that he wants Triss captured and alive and in secret. And actually, in the mist, every time that the owl got caught, There was actually a dead Nilfgaardian soldier right there with the same order on his body. I just didn't loot it because I wasn't looting. So basically, it looks like they crossed the mist successfully once, did something, and died on the way back. I wonder what that could be. Anyway though, right up ahead, we're gonna get stopped by one more dead Nilfgaardian. Let's see what it's all about.
I knew it. Damn, I knew it was you. When the mist started whirling, I told the boys, it's Geralt of Rivia, or my name isn't Vernon Roche. Friend of yours?
Just found him. He was already dead.
Interesting. Dressed like a Vergen. You almost made it through the fog. What's your business here?
Well, we could be really hostile and say none of your business, but we do kind of need his help. So let's go with Saskia will die without my help.
Saskia's been poisoned. The antidote can't be made without a rose of remembrance. I came here to get one.
Dogs are at each other's throats, even though a bear tests their bounds. No roses bloom here, Geralt. Tell the truth.
I gave such a rose to Triss.
Still looking for your sorceress. If she came here, I'd know about it.
Well, you're not really a megascope, so I don't know.
She's got to be here. Philippa Eilhart located her.
It seems you met the whole menagerie. Will you abandon them too when things get hot? You made your choice. Fled with the elves while Vess almost died at that Horson Laredo's house.
He seems a little bitter about the whole thing. They really should have known the risks. At least that's my opinion.
Is Vess all right?
What do you care? We could have all died while you played at being a squirrel.
Yeah, he's definitely kind of mad.
I'm not one of your men, Roche. I didn't betray you.
I didn't say that.
But you thought it. You and your men against the whole world. Those not on your side are against you.
Don't you care about Foltest's death anymore?
The assassin kidnapped Triss, remember? Help me find her, and I promise I'll keep the word I gave you in the dungeons of Lavalette Castle.
I don't know why I'm doing this. Right. If Triss is anywhere in the area, it can only be one place. At the rear, near the riverbank, the Nilfgaardians have set up their camp. Nobody can enter it. You can get there either via some caves or by sneaking through the main camp. Don't forget the gates. Believe it or not, the whorehouse is where you need to go to enter the caves. The ladies thought they'd use that passage to service the knights and nobles, but some monsters have their lairs there. If you've had your fill of whores and monsters, to the east there's a path that leads along the riverbank. That'll get you near the canteen. You'll have to sneak the rest of the way from there.
Thanks, Roche.
Hey! I'll hold you to your promise.
Okay, so let's take a look at the map real quick. So this is where the whores are. And here's the East Bank. Both ways work, but you can really get a better set of rewards going this way. Plus, it's a little harder. However, before we head in either directions, there's something else completely different that I have to do. It's this little side thing that's sort of related to a quest from Roche's side, though it's completely unmentioned in Iorveth's side. Either way, though, it gives us something interesting for Chapter 3, so we're going to go do that real quick. Alright, here we are at a hut on the cliff. If you played Roche's side, you would know this is Malget's hut. Basically, I'm coming here to get his notes, which were something that we really didn't need on Roche's side for any of the Chapter 2 missions, but at least we had an excuse to come here for one of the quests. On Iorveth's side, though, we just have to sort of know about it to come here. Otherwise, you're not going to get the notes. Anyway, for this little bit here, we need to know the order to hit these in. I believe you want to first do down, then diamond, or... oh, it still worked, good. Accidentally looted up there, and then up. And there we go. Now we have access to his notes. Anyway, we'll just take those notes and we'll deal with it again in Chapter 3. For now, though, we're going to go and sneak into the Kaedweni camp from the East Shore. Well, we'll do that next episode, because that does take quite a bit of time. Either way, though, I hope you liked this video, and we'll be back next time. And of course, Thank you very much for watching.